everyone, this is me Melissa, and I am back in the ranting shop to talk to you guys about Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 4 Episode 6, Wanda Have a Kiki. And before I get into things, let me just say one thing. Melody wanting to blast Destiny for deciding to continue speaking with Martell is a little bit unfair to me, because Destiny knew Martell before Destiny knew Melody. And I do understand that when things became volatile with Melody and Martell, Destiny was the go-to person for Melody. And I understand that may have created a bond between them. It almost seemed as if Destiny at some point was more loyal to Melody than she was to Martell. And now that Melody doesn't really speak to her or mess with her anymore, she's going back to her previous friend Martell. But that doesn't necessarily mean that she ever abandoned Martell. It just meant that at some point in time, she was more so on Melody's side. So for Melody to want to criticize Destiny for doing that, I think is crazy. Another thing I want to talk to you guys about was that Melody's whole point was to claim that Destiny was essentially lying about her not reaching out to Destiny during the break. We did in fact see from the text messages that Melody did reach out to Destiny, but I believe what Destiny meant was that there was no verbal communication between the two of them during that break. That's what I think she meant. So in that case, even in the reunion, when Destiny pointed out, okay, you didn't speak to me much after the show, Melody agreed and said, yes, I didn't because I needed time to myself. So now, how can you agree at the reunion that, yes, you did not reach out to Destiny as much as you should have, but then now you're bringing these receipts that you did in fact reach out to her? And that's where we get into the dangerous game of semantics. What exactly did Destiny mean when she said Melody didn't reach out? Did she mean didn't call her, or does she mean didn't message her or didn't contact her at all?
Well, you said you feel like you're confused in your friendship. What is confusing you about your friendship with Melody?
Because we haven't spoken.
Why not?
I don't know. I've called her a few times.
And what has happened when you call her?
I may get a text back or not.
That's accurate. So she has called me once we wrap. I will be absolutely honest with you. First, Destiny, I'm sorry that you feel confused about where our friendship is, because
anyways, you guys, it's a bunch of he say, she say. A lot of people are on Melody's side. A lot of people think Destiny is lying. There's some new rumors out allegedly that Destiny in fact cheated. Well, not in fact, but Destiny allegedly cheated on her spouse, and that was the real cause for the divorce and everything. But I don't know if that is necessarily true. So anyways, let's get back into things. Melody, Stormy, and Kimmy all have a sit down, basically discussing the events from the pajama party and so on and so forth. After hearing Melody's explanation as to why Miss Kiki was invited to the pajama party but then Tisha wasn't, it still didn't make sense to Kimmy. And it doesn't make sense to me either, because according to her, they talk a lot on the phone. If that is the case and you guys have such a close relationship, apparently Kiki and Melody have a mutual friend. And so if that was the case, why had you never invited her to anything previously? Why are you inviting her to things now that you claim to be an enemy with her cousin Tisha? That sounds fishy. Just like Kimmy, I feel as if there was a sinister motive behind that period. I know a lot of people love to make it seem like Melody does nothing wrong, but in that case, she absolutely invited Kiki to spite Tisha. I don't care what anybody says. Furthermore, when it came to the question of would your relationship ever get back to a good place with Destiny, Melody was saying she doesn't know. And I guess that's essentially because she doesn't feel as if Destiny is necessarily the best of friend to her. And you notice that they went back to the reunion and spoke on the situation with, was Melody contacting Destiny during the break? And Melody said that she did, and of course we saw the proof that she did reach out to Destiny several times. But the thing about it is, if you did not believe that Destiny was really telling the truth at the reunion, why not just address the thing there? Why wait until the show to address it? It does seem very calculating to me, because if you don't want to address it at the reunion, then don't ever address it, because at the end of the day, the reunion is the place for everybody to let out their feelings about certain situations. If you felt like she was telling a half-truth, address it then. And that in itself seems very calculating to me. People are saying that Destiny was never a good friend to Melody. It was only a business thing, or whatever the case may be. It could be so, but then again, we don't know all the nuances to Melody and Destiny's relationship. Kimmy wants to do an event to invite all of the folks that are having problems. She wants to invite Melody. Of course, she's going to invite Tisha. I'm not sure if she's going to invite Destiny. She probably will. The only person she said or mentioned that she's not sure about inviting is Martell, just because there's so much drama entangled with Martell. But the problem is, or the thing is, just like Melody highlighted last season, previous seasons, Martell is this good guy, is this great person, and he could, not that he could do no wrong, but she wasn't as hard on him as, let's say, Destiny was. And so now that she and her husband, more so her husband Maurice, is now entangled in that whole Atlanta trip boys night thing, she wants to separate herself from it, which is very ironic. And Melody used that as an opportunity to kind of not mock her, but kind of like tease her a little bit, like, so you were not acting like this before, but now you have this sudden like change of heart now. And Melody's like, okay, so now you see what I had to deal with Martell, because at one point he's sweet and charming, and at the next point he's like a monster. So now you got the monster part, I guess. She didn't really get the monster part. It's just that Kimmy has realized that there's a threat to her marriage being associated with Martell. And she doesn't want people to realize that she's choosing to continue to be with a cheater. Because I don't care what you guys try to say. I don't care how you guys try to rationalize things. Maurice is a cheater. And she doesn't want that file to be open, so she kind of has to distance herself from Martell. And that's essentially what it is. So she has a party for Jalen. She's inviting all of them. We all know that's going to end up in drama. Because a lot of them, Melody doesn't mess with Destiny. She doesn't mess with Tisha. And like, that's literally most of the cast right there. And so then there's that. And then the thing with Tiffany, Stormy's still not feeling Tiffany like that. I just feel like Stormy's perception of Tiffany is based on what she saw on TV. And that's why she's giving Tiffany such a hard time. But if you know anything about television, you know that they kind of edit you to portray you in a particular way. So if they want you to be this villain, they're going to portray you in that way. So I prefer that she would, instead of like bringing on this audience member viewpoint of Tiffany, get to know the lady, like let down your guards and at least get to know her for who she is. She hasn't shown you anything personally, directly, that makes you think that she's gonna do anything towards you. Wait until she does that, see if she does that, and then react accordingly. But don't have this mindset coming in that she's just this terrible person and then be closed off, because that doesn't make any sense. That's actually very childish as far as I'm concerned. But okay, let's see. But before we go on, Melody asked Kimmy a question. She was like, so if I decided that I was not gonna attend, would you invite Martell? And I feel like she might have invited him. I think the issue is that she doesn't want Melody and Martell to be in the same room together, because we've seen that when they're together, all hell breaks loose. So do I think that Kimmy would necessarily not invite Martell? I'm not sure. But considering how it threatens her marriage with with her husband, she might very well be telling the truth. So this is hilarious to me, you guys. So Martell and Destiny decided to meet up, and she made it a point to say that Martell is her long time friend. Just in case anybody forgot, just in case anybody thought it was Melody, no. Martell is her long lasting friend, or long lost friend, or long time friend. So Destiny shares with Martell that Melody told her that Martell is her ops and why she conversing with or talking to her ops. And she was like, according to Martell, he's known Destiny way longer than he's known Melody, or Destiny knows Martell way longer than she knows Melody, and he even questions their relationship. But according to Destiny, they bonded on divorce and other things. And so you notice that whenever Melody and Martell had a disagreement, Destiny would be in the middle. Well, not in the middle. She would be on the side of Melody. So I guess Melody mistook that for loyalty. And her loyalty means, if I'm not talking to this person, I don't want you talking to this person because you know how they hurt me. And I guess she feels kind of betrayed by Destiny. Destiny, as you could see, has gone right back to her OG friend Martell to discuss Melody and everything Melody does. According to Martell, Melody is trying to turn everybody against him, and even for their wedding gift, Destiny gave them a cheese board. And according to Martell, Melody was saying to him, that's your friend's gift. Your friend gave you that, so keep it. So in a sense, we do understand that Melody knew the extent of the relationship Destiny had with Martell. Perhaps she said that because she wasn't in the best of places with Destiny at that time, or maybe she said it because she was just in her feelings or angry with Martell. I don't know, but it does come across a little bit shady, I guess. But it kind of took Destiny by surprise. But essentially, that whole meeting was about Melody and how Melody kind of, I wouldn't say discarded Destiny, but kind of left her alone. But anyways, Destiny comes to the conclusion that a friendship sometimes are just for seasons, and maybe their season is up, and maybe it is. So let's get back into it. Miss Wanda comes. Okay, Miss Wanda comes to see Marsau because her food truck is just sitting there. Okay, she comes to see Marsau. That lady and the English language just be fighting. She needs the deposit for her food truck jar. And if you've ever seen any pictures from Miss Wanda's food truck, let me know what you think about these pictures, you guys. Because to me, it looks like disorganized mess. But anyways. So Miss Wanda really wants to know where's Marsau with the money, essentially. But Marsau, according to Tisha, is trying to like kind of stall on giving her money. So it's like, make sure you do everything you're supposed to do. Make sure you... And she's just gotten her license. So that's one step. And I agree with Marsau in that you don't just get the money. Like, what are you doing to ensure that your business is legal and is gonna be successful? There's things you need to do. There's certain legalities that you need to finalize. And so in that regard, I agree. Do I think Marsau really wants to sponsor this food truck thing? No. But I feel like he's gonna do it because that's his mother-in-law. And according to Tisha, she directs him everywhere she wants him to go. Do I agree with that? No. That's a lie. Girl, that's a lie. That man makes you think you direct him. And he only goes to you to make you think that he's taking direction from you. But he's not taking any direction from you, sis. Like, trust us. Trust us, okay? So, Miss Tisha is like, okay, she's gonna help her mom. She's gonna maybe have her mom shadow somebody in the kitchen, and she could also show her mom the financial part of things. And I mean, that's good. She's being a good daughter, you know. As far as whether the business will be successful or not, this is all on Miss Wanda. basically, essentially. So what did we learn from the interaction with Tisha and her mom? We learned that Kiki is image of Tisha's life, image of Tisha's lifestyle, image of Tisha's everything. She's just image. And I'm pretty surprised that the closed captioning figured out the Wood was envious, because all I kept hearing was image. But anyways, Miss Wanda thinks Kiki's a snake, because Miss Wanda did make a good point. Why would Kimmy be the one to tell you? Shouldn't your cousin have told you what she said and what went on at that party, knowing that Melody and Tisha was not in a good place? It should have been her, not Kimmy. I agree with that 100%. She also spoke about Kimmy, like, essentially clearing up the thing she said at the reunion about she wouldn't be Tisha's friend if she wasn't her relative. To me, that's something that is just her truth. I think she should be allowed to be honest and say what she really meant, and that's what she meant, and that's what she said, and that should be that. But essentially, Miss Wanda said, if you're coming for my daughter, you're coming for me. So we're gonna see how that goes. Melody comes to see Tiffany at her workplace, and we find out a lot of like very scary things about Tiffany. One including, not that the scary part is not that she wants to grow her family. The scary part is that her first pregnancy and last pregnancy, she bled a lot, and the doctor said that is something that's genetic. So it's something that she has to be very mindful of if she wants to, in fact, get pregnant again, because that could be a possibility, and it may not really go well health-wise for her, so she has to consider that. And also, she's planning to go look for her biological dad. Initially, she was just gonna make it her and her husband thing, but I guess Melody like shed light on her detective expertise, and now she's invited. So we're gonna see how that goes. I feel like it's important to know who your mother and father is, because especially when it comes to health reasons or genetic reasons, like sometimes you need to know, like, am I more likely to get diabetes? Am I more likely to rupture when giving birth? Am I more likely to have blood disorders or stuff like that? So getting to know your parents, just from a personality standpoint and also from a genetic standpoint, you get to know a whole lot about yourself. So I absolutely applaud her for wanting to find out more about herself. And Miss Melody, I guess, is gonna come on too, and we're gonna see how that goes. Not Kiki saying she'll leave the hood bitching to Miss Wanda. Kiki. I don't know what to tell you other than I agree with Miss Wanda on this. Why do you keep bringing up things that happened 4 years ago that Tisha allegedly apologized for, that you guys cried over, that you drank wine over, that she thought was over? Why are you bringing this up now? This is annoying, and it just seems to be a storyline that Kiki's trying to force into the show that just does not make any sense. Because if this thing happened a week ago, fine, but it happened 4 years ago. Why are you using it as a justification for what you did to Tisha? No time have I ever heard Kiki take accountability for doing what she did. No time have I heard Kiki say, I was wrong. I should not have gone to her house considering the nature of your relationship with her. Out of loyalty to you, I should have not accepted the invite to attend. That's it. That is it. That's all you had to say. There was no need for you to bring up something that happened 4 years ago, and she's even bringing it up to Miss Wanda. That's ridiculous. The lady apologized. That should be done with. And you, I guess she felt like you accepted the apology, so she's baffled now, and I'm baffled too, and everybody's baffled, and everybody thinks you're clout chasing, Miss Kiki, and people are kind of sick of your storyline. They think it's stupid, and come up with something better, because this is dumb. You guys, is it just me, or is it just very blatant and obvious that they're trying to ingrain Kiki into the storyline of things with this whole family drama? And oh, you guys were putting me and Tisha against each other. You guys always used to like kind of compare and contrast what me and Tisha were doing, and that seeped into our relationship. And oh my goodness, like, I don't know, you guys, that may very well be the case. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I don't know, you guys, it's just weird. I don't know where this storyline is going. I don't really care for it. And that's that on that. The Whitlows have dinner. Tiffany does this nice date night in, and she hires herself a trumpet. I don't know what do you call this instrument? I don't know. She hires herself a saxophonist, and they talk about the thing with her looking for her dad, and it was supposed to be with him, and then it turned out to be with Mel, and he's disappointed. And I think it's because the first husband got to do something profound for her, and he wants to be in it too. He wants to do something profound for her too, and he can't do that because she kind of removed him and replaced him with Melody. So it hurts him a little bit that she's doing that. Then they talk about, all of a sudden they go from that to adding a new baby to the picture. She's wanting a new kid. He doesn't know how that's gonna happen, and her workload is like extensive. So anyways, that was that really about their interaction. I don't want to go too deeply in it because I didn't really care for it either. Let's move on. So this episode was pretty lackluster, but immediately after they showed their previews for the rest of the season, and it is going to be absolutely juicy. So I've seen people talk about this alleged hotel picture, seeing Marceau in a motel with someone. I don't know if he's seen on the bed. If I see pictures, I'll attach it. But he has to answer for those pictures and for those rumors going around on social media. I'm not sure if he'll be able to get out of this one, because Miss Tisha is saying cheating is a non-negotiable for her, but according to Kiki, he's cheated before, so it's kind of a little bit ironic. Maybe a second time cheating is the non-negotiable for her. Who knows? Then we get into Kimmy having to talk to Martell about inviting Melody but not inviting him. He feels a certain type of way because he doesn't understand why you're gonna invite Melody and not invite him. And then we have a situation with the Whitlows. They're going through some marital problems. Mr. Whitlow has some sexual frustration. I guess apparently Tiffany's working too much and not providing that intimate setting for her husband to release his stress, I guess. So Martell's gonna take them somewhere to let out some pent-up frustration, and it's gonna be juicy. Towards the ending, we see then there's this big blowout with Kiki, and we hear Tisha crying, and we see Marceau being hyper defensive, and we're gonna see how that ends up working out. Anyways, you guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, subscribe, and see you guys next time for another review from me, Melissa, in the Ranting Shop. Bye.